What's up, beautiful people? It's your boy Royaire from Royaire's World. Diva and I are back, and we are recapping season 2 of the Braxtons. Yes, the girls are back, and it's filled with mess. Well, apparently Ashley, the niece, has some family tea. Tawanda's getting married, and Tony and Tamar. Just check out the preview. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to both Royaire's World and Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva, and your notification bells on all. That way you don't miss a beat for season 2 of the Braxtons. And remember, it's all in good fun. Good evening, everybody. Happy Marvelous Monday. We are back in the building, and we are here to recap the great Real Housewives of Potomac on the Great Bravo. Good evening, Auntie Diva.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good. My mouth is still numbed and may see it twist to the side.
Yes.
I had some dental work done today, but all is well. Okay, the mouth is just still numb, but I'm okay.
Well, look, we still gonna roll on with the show because what do we do best? We roll with the punches. Okay, we do our thing. We come in the building. We recap our shows. We give the people entertainment. We entertain ourselves, and we enjoy ourselves. So listen, we are live on both channels, Royaire's World and Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. So please make sure you hit the like button on both channels. If you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe to both of our channels, and your notification bells on all. That way you see each and every time we post a video. So, Auntie, you know, we are in November. Can you believe it already? We are here. And I'm like, oh my God, where did 2025 go? But here we are. And it is the season of giving. It's the holiday season. Thanksgiving is right around the corner. Christmas is here before you know it, and then New Year's. And Diva, we got some people that are reuniting in these Hollywood streets. And so I don't know if y'all recently seen this, but we have our girls, the twins, Tia and Tamara Mowry, who have reunited back together again. They out here doing commercials for the holidays. I said, come on, sisters. We see y'all. You know, it was a little upset earlier in 2025. They didn't spend the holidays together last year, but the girls are back together, okay? They doing their commercials, doing what they do best, you know, sharing the love between the sisters. Any thoughts on this?
I mean, I guess they're doing better than the Braxtons, so I'm gonna give them. You know what?
Yes, we gotta give.
They're doing better than the Braxtons. I'm not gonna shade them. They're doing better than the Braxtons. Holla.
You took me out with the.
Listen. That show. Which one had the show? Was it Tia?
Tia, she had the show. My Next Act. Tia's My Next Act.
That was a whole flop. So yeah, I'm glad they back together. That was a whole flop.
Oh my goodness! I said, Lord,
if it wasn't for her cousin, if it wasn't for her cousin, that show would have did nothing.
Cause Jerome's in the house. You better watch your mouth, okay?
Okay, Jerome in the house.
Jerome is in the house, and then we got another sibling duo that is back together again recently. I know we've talked about this personally, Diva. As most people know, Monica and Brandy are on tour right now. And so they were in Atlanta the other night. And so they had a little pop-up surprise by Mr. Ray J. Now, the word on the curb is Ray J and Brandy have not been talking to each other. They haven't seen each other in months. And so here they are reunited on stage in Atlanta at the Boy Is Mine concert tour. So shout out to this reuniting sibling duo as well. You know, Brandy and Ray J, they grew up together with us on TV, on Moesha. You know, Brandy and Ray J have both been in the music industry. Their mother, I can't think of her name right now, but their mom managed the both of them. A lot of people have been saying, Diva, that the mom and Brandy have both cut Ray J off. So it's good to see that they have, you know, come back together and reunited on this. Any thoughts on this?
You know what? I'm liking it. And I hope the Braxtons are watching. We got Tia and her sister getting back together, figure their life out as siblings. We got Monica and Ray J. And Ray J's a lot. Ray J's a whole lot. So when you can reconcile with Ray J, Jesus sins. Okay? So
Jesus came in the room.
He did. He was in the building. And that's no lie, okay? Got a nice hug and everything. I'm here for it. Come on,
Sonia. That's their mom, Sonia.
Beautiful sight. I love it. And I love seeing the sisters together. Yeah, I like to joke a lot, but you know what, Lawson, I'm with you. I love seeing the sisters together. So you know what? This is good street news, Royaire.
I said, let me come through with a little positivity because yesterday was rough, okay?
It was rough. It was rough. This is good street news. This is family back together.
Back together. And we rooting for the Braxtons to come back together on Tracy's behalf. On Tracy's behalf, okay? Because y'all said y'all was... Uh-oh. Well, they said we was doing this in the name of Tracy. So if we're going to do it, let's get it together and do it right. Get it back together,
people. Right now, Tracy is rolling over. Whatever cemetery she at, it ain't a good day in that cemetery. No, she rolling over. She looking at God and the angels like, this ain't what I wanted.
This is not what I signed up for.
Oh, God. I cannot.
And then I got one more thing we're going to talk about in our street news moment before we get into our...
Sure.
We all know we recapped Next Gen NYC last year, Diva. Oh, no, it was this year. It was this year, June. We recapped it. And so if you guys remember Riley Burris, who was the daughter of Candy Burris from the Real Housewives of Atlanta and the group Escape. And then we met Georgia last season, this past first season for Next Gen, okay? Now, if you were watching, Georgia was the young lady that was going to the bathroom, you know, eating off the floors, not washing her hands, you know, just a little yuck mouth, okay? Well, there was an exclusive that was reported that Riley Burris and Georgia got into a heated argument while filming season 2 of Next Gen NYC. And it looks like Riley was allegedly tried to throw a glass at Georgia and had to be held back by the other cast members.
So Riley was built for reality TV because she grew up in it. And if you remember where you're back in the Royaire days, the kids was in a lot of the rooms when the parents was arguing.
All the time.
And I'm not talking about their parents. I'm talking about when the castmates was arguing. A lot of the kids was in the room. Okay. You know, I Am Gold 50. Riley likes the brown beverages. Okay. She likes the alcohol, which is ironic because her mother do not. So Riley likes the beverages. That's all I could say.
Yeah.
And when them beverages get in her, child.
I think it's a little mix of a little bit of two things. I think it's the beverages, yeah, but it's more so Mama Joyce, okay?
Well, Mama Joyce raised her.
She raised her. And if she was around Mama Joyce, that means she was around Aunt Bertha too. And we know Aunt Bertha don't play.
No.
Aunt Bertha told us that it was the scheme that Todd set up to come to us with the bull. Okay? So she was raised around the aunties, the gangster aunties. Riley is a gangster herself. Don't play with her. Don't roll up on her and think you're going to be able to get away with it, okay? She tried to tell y'all last season she wasn't the 1, the 2, or the 3. I guess Georgia wanted to put it to the test and see. Well, we're going to see how this turns out. They are still filming. We did also hear, Diva, and we talked about this privately, that Ariana and Hudson broke up.
They did. And I think it's so sad. Well, I saw him the other day on his Instagram.
Okay.
On his private jet. They got money in that family. I don't know. I think they had to go to counseling and worked it out with him. I mean, he seems so sweet. I really need to know what happened between these two. I really love to know because this man, he got money for days.
Yeah. I mean, at least we know that Ariana is not
a gold digger.
And unfortunately, like her mother. Yes.
Yeah.
At least we know that she is really out here trying to make it on her own. You know, yeah. You know, sometimes situations just don't work out. And so I would rather them separate and be in a healthy situation than be together and harming and abusing one another. So
yeah, I do too. But look, this kid, this family.
Well, listen, I know they got money, Diva, because I'm always down at the Zaxby's. So.
Child, not the private jet.
Mm.
Child, look.
Mm.
He chilling.
A life of luxury.
Wait, what's that? That car's expensive. What's
Rolls Royce? That's the Rolls Royce.
Child!
How old is Hudson again? How old is this young man?
They in their 20s.
Maybe I can slide in the DMs again.
Not you rolled up to with the Rolls Royce to the private jet.
To the PJ, okay?
Yeah.
This is how you do it, Phaedra style, okay?
Look, somebody go, I truly think you're a sweet kid and all. And I loved you and Ariana together. And I'm so sorry for your split. And I'm sorry, there's a but. You have a lot of money. And that's obvious. And I'm sure your family is very generous with donations. But maybe instead of that card, you can donate. Girl, get out of here, Susie. She was saying something. Girl, get out. I hate when people want to tell rich people what to do with their money.
Like, go get your money and shut up and stop worrying about what they doing with their money.
Like, exactly. He's short though. But honey, he got money for days. Not the private jet in the Rolls Royce. Oh, he still got pictures.
Well, maybe they're far off.
No, they broke up. This is 11 weeks ago. This is sad. I'm like mourning for them. Oh, he looks so happy.
Yeah, they're a cute couple. So cute.
Oh.
Well. Why are we like this? Why? But listen, y'all, that was our street news for the moment. We hear that you guys have been really enjoying the street news moment. So we just wanted to bring y'all a little bit before we get started. Listen, we got 61 people in the building. We appreciate you for joining us tonight. We are live on both channels, Royaire's World and Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. So make sure you hit the like button on both channels and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And let's get on into this. We are here to recap season 10, episode 5, Sunshine and SEXTS. Okay. This was a very interesting episode, Diva. You know, we got yet again a lot of flip-floppers going around the room. You know, we're having a good time, and then we come and say that we're not having a good. It was just so much going on this episode. But what I will say is that I enjoyed the episode. I think overall, I enjoyed it. I like that. So we open up in our first, you know, we're opening up back from the dinner of last week. We're picking up. And so, you know, it was questioned about whether or not Stacey was possibly trying to get with Monique Samuel's ex-husband, Chris. And so Stacey, you know, Ashley put all of this out there. Apparently Ashley's friend, who's a publicist in the sports world, you know, was at her balloon party, and Stacey got with her and said she wanted to meet Chris so that she can exchange numbers and all of this stuff, right? So, you know, Stacey was asking questions about GIZELLE and this Sean gentleman that Sean Springs that she's supposedly dating. And so, you know, Ashley began to question Stacey about Chris. And so Stacey said, you know, she knows Chris is a great man. He's a great father, you know, and they have, you know, mutual friends. She said that's how they know each other. It's nothing more, nothing less. She's back with her husband. She's never met Monique Samuels. She believes that y'all are friends with her, aren't y'all? And so Ashley says, yeah, you know, we're cool, you know. So she said, well, yeah, that is what it is. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, Angel jumps into the conversation and claims that, you know, Chris was Bobby's mentor, You know, they apparently went to the same college, and you know, when they were looking to be picked, you know, he was mentoring him, I guess, to get into the NFL. But you know, I was like, okay, Angel, you know, another moment, I guess. You know, Ashley, you know, talks about you Stacey being all up in Gizelle's business and you just need to focus and worry about you. And Stacey said, you know, she's good. She's with her man, all is well. She said, you girls just want to have an issue with me. Y'all do not want to see me for who I really am. And so Angel says, well, listen, I can agree with you on that too, because they don't want to see me basically either. And then we have a little small dinner night after that for a party time for Wendy's birthday. We celebrating Wendy's birthday. Wendy's birthday was just the day before they came on the trip. And so Gizelle said she wanted to set aside some time last year. They had to spend their whole trip every day celebrating Wendy, okay? Well, this time it's only going to be one night and one night only, okay?
One night only, one night only. One night, boo.
Now, do you know I love my dream girls? So Gizelle, you know, had a cake. She had desserts and everything set up for the ladies. They sang happy birthday to Wendy, which I thought was very nice. You know, it's really good to see Gizelle and Wendy's friendship come from such a long way. You know, when they first started out, it was not in a good place at all. And so it's nice to see that they have been able to find common ground with one another and really still, you know, make that connection after all of these years. Ashley suggested to play a game. And so the game was basically either you tell the truth or you drink, okay? Kay said that she wasn't feeling well, so Kay went off to her room and said goodnight to everybody. She was tired, wasn't feeling well, and didn't want to play, okay? So Ashley asked, has Wendy ever been attracted to women? Wendy said there was one person down at the strip club in DC that she was attracted to. She had braces and she just couldn't get over the braces. She just thought they were so pretty. Tia said that she thinks that Rachel Maddow is, you know, a very attractive person. She just has a crush on her for whatever reason. Jazzy was asked the question, does she believe that her boy or her fiance is, you know, possibly still having some infidelity on her? And she said before the engagement, yes. Now, no. Everything is good. You know, she mentioned to us that they're in counseling, so hopefully that continues to work out for them. And then Angel was asked the question of who she would kill. And so she said that she would kill off Gizelle because they'll call her a catfish, okay? So those answers from everybody. It seemed like everybody had a great night. Angel seemed like she was having a fun time. She's laughing, high-fiving, hugging, talking to people. You know, it seems like a vibe that is going on. Did you catch the vibe, Diva?
I caught it.
Did y'all catch the vibe out there in the chat? Yeah. Let us know if y'all caught the vibe. Because I caught the vibe. I felt the vibe. It was vibing.
Caught it on the side. I caught it up top. I caught it to the left and right.
And slid it on down to the front. Okay. The vibes was there. Okay.
The vibes was there and it was real.
And it was real. It was real. So we can talk about those first two scenes right there.
So the first scene with Stacey trying to date Chris, you know, Katrina said it in the chat that, you know, they both single. What is the big deal? Right. But you know what? I think Jeremy said it in the chat too. I like the way Stacey plays everything off. She act like she don't know nothing about nothing, and the whole time this stuff be true.
Stacey, what she say later on in the episode? I think she said it in her confessionals. I'm gonna take my no-name robe and go about. I was just like, yes.
Woo! I like how Stacey. She knows what she's on the show for.
Yes.
It's reality TV. She ain't getting too personal about nothing. It is what it is. Yeah, she allows the drama to burn and then look surprised. I agree with you on that. Stacey know how to do this reality TV. So give it up to Stacey, okay? Yes. I'm loving her. I love the way she doing this reality TV. She be sitting there like, what? I don't know Monique, but y'all know her, right? I mean, she was
She is definitely very fun to watch, and she's very quirky. I agree, Jeremy. Super cool.
She is. She was like, y'all know Stacey though. I mean Monique though, right? Yeah. So you know, so I'm loving it. I love the way that she handles the conversation and the shade that you know they be throwing her way, right? You know, and Wendy calling Ashley Captain Saber Hall. Because you know she jumped in with that conversation about Stacey because they was asking Gizelle about the man, right? So yeah.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, I've been seeing
in our group chat. That was so funny. Her little videos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like Stacey. I'm liking her. Mm-hmm. So now with this whole back at the house and the birthday scene, I thought it was nice, you know, and I do like the way Gizelle is come around with Wendy. I just wish we didn't have to go through those hard years that we went through. You know, I wish we didn't have to go through those hard years that we went through with, you know, Wendy in the darkness with the light skin, dark skin, the colorism and all of that. I think now we see though with Gizelle, a lot of it is just Gizelle. To me, I feel like she don't like couples that are really couples. And she don't like, you know, when a husband really seems to love the wife and you know, and they're in a good relationship. I really feel like Gizelle has problems with that, right? With this whole the question things, I don't know why their questions always have to lead to some sexual question, right? But in terms of like, and Wendy made up a whole story about some girl that she liked, which I thought was BS, right? Oh, she had braces and I really was attracted to the braces. I'm looking at the TV like, girl, this is a reach. And I'm not even connecting to this thing really being true. Because I think she said it was at some strip club or whatever. And even Tia, I didn't even connect when Tia was saying who she was attracted to either. I was just like, you know what? We see. God, I cannot with y'all, you know, but I didn't even yeah, Paige, I was feeling that way, right? Too, like they're forcing this. Like it wasn't even natural to me. It was just stupid. I was just like, all right, whatever. Yeah, I thought it was a whole lie. It didn't even sound, it sounded made up. And she remembered the club and all of this other stuff. And the girl had braces. And Tia right now, Tia is very background for me, right? I don't dislike her. I don't like her. She's not giving us anything right now. You know, if Jazzy marriage wasn't soon to be marriage wasn't going to be so messy, I think Jazzy probably would have been a better castmate than Tia. But Jazzy's about to enter a whole messy situation. But since, you know, reality TV is messy, maybe they should have had Jazzy as a castmate. But I don't think she truly lives in Atlanta, right? I know where's
Potomac. So I think she currently lives here part-time, but her husband plays in Texas. So I think she's going there her time in Texas. Yeah.
Yeah. So she couldn't do it. Yeah. So it's good that she's a friend of. But Tia, I'm not, I don't know. I'm not feeling it, not seeing it right now. She's just there. Like, and I got, when she speaks up, I'm like, oh, that's right. Tia is part of the cast, whatever. Right. And listen, with Kay loves drama. Dramatic. She didn't look like she was tired. She wasn't yawning. She was like, oh, I'm tired. Can I be excused from the birthday party or whatever? So she left. All right, bye, Kay. So Kay left. And she really thought, I think she thought that Angel was going to just follow behind her. But Angel didn't. So Angel stayed. She engaged with the girls. And it did look like she had a great moment. Like you said the perfect word, vibing. It looked like she was vibing with them. You know, said she would kill Gizelle because you said that, you know, I was catfishing or whatever. And, you know, it seemed like they had a moment. And at the end of the birthday gathering, you hugging and high-fiving people and you hug Gizelle. And listen, we're grown adults here. That's what, you know what I don't like what people do? don't say you forgive me, but you still holding a grudge. Then don't never forgive me then. Like, this is stupid.
Tamar.
Okay. Oh, that's you doing that. Oh, you doing that? All right now. But so don't do that. Don't say, you forgive me and you still holding a grudge and you a whole grown woman. So I thought the birthday dinner itself was a nice thing. It was a nice vibe. And it wasn't this nastiness that we normally see. Yes. It was just having fun, talking, chilling, and getting along and high-fiving or whatever. And Wendy, everybody loves their birthday, but Wendy ain't no joke with these 10 days of celebrating whatever. But I thought it was cute because she was so happy that GIZELLE had that cake there for her, and they were selling the birthday. So I was here for it. Yeah,
I totally agree with you. Diva, I live for moments like these on the Housewives, the fun moments where the girls can come together. Everybody, we had one party pooper, but we dismissed her. And so it worked out, the way it was. Yes. I really feel like that Kay is the type of person, and I think I said this at the beginning of our season recap. Kay gives me the type of girl that if it's not about me, if I'm not the center of the attention, if I'm not in the moment, I don't want to be a part of it. And that is what I was feeling, she has had a lot of heat on her these past couple of episodes regarding some of the things that she said on and off camera, and I just felt like she thought that this wasn't going to be about her, so she decided to dismiss herself, which was perfectly fine. I can honestly say, Diva, now where we are today, I'm glad that GIZELLE, and I don't want to say I'm glad, but I don't know what other word to use. I'm glad to see that GIZELLE and Wendy went through that, because now we see that people can overcome things. You may not start off liking somebody, but if you really give people a chance, and if you really try to work the situation, see how to make things work for each other. There was a quote that I seen when I have recently had an issue with somebody, and it said that good relationships are not made because people are good. Good relationships are made because people care about each other enough to make it work. And it seems like Wendy and GIZELLE, they have found a way to care enough about each other to make their relationship work. So it was so beautiful to see that moment. I am enjoying Tia a lot more than I am enjoying Angel. I think that Tia, she stands on business when she needs to, but she's not doing too much either. I feel like she's jumping in when she needs to as a new housewife, but she's also staying in the background, still learning and kind of playing her space. So I feel like she's doing a really good job. I'm enjoying her. When she speaks up, she speaks the truth. She says it like it is, and addresses the issues. So I'm enjoying her so far.
Well, I ain't like that confessional genie look.
That was her Nigerian wear. You can't.
She doing too much.
Not the genie in the bottle.
Yeah. Yeah, come on, stop. I mean, she's doing too much. But I do see why you say agree. She's a slow burn. She's filling it out. Yeah, like I said, I'm a hold on. Mm-hmm. I'm not like, I don't love her. I don't dislike her. She's just there for me.
Yeah.
Felicia said, not the Nigerian genie. Listen, I wasn't feeling that confessional look at all.
Oh, that is hilarious. Not the Nigerian genie. That's funny. I wasn't feeling it. Tay definitely, and I can understand her not wanting to be there. Her and Wendy are not in a good space, and I will say this on Kay's behalf. When she went to sit down with Wendy in I want to say that was the second episode. Mm-hmm. Wendy did not give her the time of day. There was no kind of respect given to her. She didn't try to hear her out, and I think that was very disrespectful. It was disrespectful and distasteful of Wendy to do so. Especially, as we have said before, knowing the relationships that you have, or the hardships that you've had building relationships in this group. It was disappointing to see. It was
disappointing to see. And now with everything you're going through, we're gonna see what's really good. I didn't see the whole thing because I was half in and out. But you saw Watch What Happens Live with Andy. Karamo said that
she a fraud and she need to go. Now, them was Karamo's words, not mine.
Come on. Now, but I mean, so you're really going to need people to stand by you now, because this thing could go either way. Because Royaire, one thing we know about the courts is whether you innocent or guilty, it could still get nasty for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it can. You know, and honestly, I have kind of forgotten about that story since we've, you know, been doing the show, because like I said, I really wanted to put it out my mind. But since we brought that up, seeing Wendy's behavior, I could see that she maybe did what she has been accused of. So we'll see. We'll see how. What's today? November. I think November 7th was her court date, right? Is it November 7th? I think Raheem
is coming up.
Oh, she's got 4 days to figure it out.
Raheem is so mean.
Thank you, Raheem.
Oh my God, Raheem, you wild.
Shout out to Raheem. He's right there when you need him.
OMG, 4 days. You know, just not to harp on that or to stick on that, Royaire, but I will say this. It's heart-wrenching for me. My heart breaks for her and the family. And this is all jokes aside. You know, I have to I tell everybody when we do these recaps, I'm gonna say what I gotta say, because I'm going by what I see on the show and my feelings, right? But in real world, in real time, I feel bad for Wendy. I feel bad for Eddie. I feel bad for the kids. And you know, it's just that when you can make one decision that can change your life for the rest of your life, and that one decision could be something good that propels you into like something great, and that one decision could be something horrific that puts you in a situation that they got themselves in. And at the very least, they got themselves in the pickle. They really do. And at first, you know, I had to speak to some people to just get educated on some things. And I said, but what if she didn't get what if they never got the check? You know, everybody and all the insurance experts are saying it doesn't matter. The fact that you put in a lie, you know, you try to defraud the system is what the problem is.
It's the crime. Yeah, that's the crime. So, regardless of whether you receive the money or not, the crime was actually filing the documents.
Hayes, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that, because I saw that differently only because I know what I know now. Girl, I said, we're going to get to that, baby. Yes, we are. Thank you for reminding us of that. We're going to get to that.
Yes. So anything else on those two things? I think we're good.
Wait, hold on. No, I'm good. Diva, do you think she will do jail time? Well, Monique, I'm gonna be honest with you. One, because she's a housewife, and two, because there's been housewives before her that done jail time, whether they was black, white, yellow, or orange. I think that if they find them guilty, they're going to give her time. They're going to give her time. They are, and it's sad, but I do. Because you got to think about it. Teresa Giudice got time, and I know the crimes are different, but I'm just saying, right? Teresa Giudice got time. Jen Shaw got time. What's her name? The Grand Dame got time. They're not going to play with her in these courts. They're not. And then they're looking at it as also that they wasted the cops' time and they lied to the police officers, right? It's just.
You filed a false police report, which had to go to the court, which had to be investigated. Like the cops had to come out to the house. These are resources that could have been placed elsewhere, you know, but based on a lie, they had to use them for you. So yeah, she's in a tough cookie. And like you said, we're gonna move on after this. But I did hear, you know, Carlos King has I can't think of what her name is.
Vicky Gumbelson.
Is it Vicky? No.
Yeah, you talking about insurance?
No, the judge. There was a judge that Carlos King had on his I can't think of what her name is, but I'll think of it later. But anyways, she said that 9 times out of 10, Wendy will be doing jail. Ebony, thank you. I am 50 go.
Ebony is a lawyer.
Okay, Ebony, yeah. So she does TV judge too on TV. That's how I knew her. I just knew her as a TV judge. I didn't know she was a lawyer. But yeah, she said that 9 times out of 10 that Wendy is going to be doing some major time because of the crimes that she committed. Ebony K. Williams, thank you, Lawson. Yeah, so yeah, it's not major. They say
even as a first time,
I mean, they say insurance scams is something that they do not play about. The law does not play about. They say
even as a first time offender.
I don't know. I don't know. The only reason I say I don't know because of the administration that we are under, Diva, anything goes. Look at Diddy. He got 5 years, like we've been talking about. So
for prostitution. Yeah,
anything could happen. I mean, just anything.
Oh God, I mean, that would be very sad. Very sad.
Yeah. Well, so on to our next scene. Let's see. We are heading into our next morning. We are in day 2, I believe, of our Nevis trip. And so Kay and Angel, we are opened up with them this morning. They are at their little home. And so they're having a little discussion yet again about just how they're unhappy and how some things kind of went down at the dinner that they weren't appreciative about, specifically Angel. You know, Angel is really in her feelings in regards to GIZELLE calling her a catfish, calling her out about her picture. Well, as they are having that conversation, guess who walks in to greet the ladies with a smile on her face and joy in her heart? Miss GIZELLE Bryant herself. And so, you know, Kay and Angel, they say hello, you know, very dryly as GIZELLE greets them very joyfully. And so Kay says, listen, we were in here just talking about you, and it's not in a good way. And so Kay said, you know, Angel wants to express some feelings to her, so she gave the carpet to Angel. So, you know, Angel went and grabbed a little tissue off the paper towel rack. And so she expresses to GIZELLE that she felt GIZELLE was being a mean girl last night at the dinner table in regards to her comments about her picture being, you know, Photoshopped possibly and being a catfish. Angel shares with us that she used to be a red carpet host. And so that is how she made her money, her face, her body, her looks, you know, in interviewing. That's what kept her going in the business. She claims that when she joined the group, you know, she looked at GIZELLE as a big sister. She looked up to her, especially knowing how she kind of entered in the group. The relationship was very rocky. But now she does not see GIZELLE like that, and it has really hurt her feelings. GIZELLE immediately, you know, apologized. She said it was never any malice intent to, or, you know, illness to, you know, disrespect Angel. She knows that Angel is a beautiful girl. She's seen her several pictures. She's seen her in several interviews. And so she was just a little confused about the picture that she's seen. And that's the only thing that she was addressing. But she wasn't trying to body shame her. She wasn't trying to hurt her feelings. She was just asking a general question about this picture, okay? GIZELLE, you know, did offer to give Angel a hug. Angel accepted the apology, but she said she's not ready for a hug. GIZELLE did slide in for a little pat. And so, you know, she was like, we good. She offered.
Wait. Paige said, I mean, has she been watching this show, GIZELLE?
She is not sister material, okay? Not at all.
Woo, child. Woo. That is hilarious. She is not. She's not sister material.
And Lawson said GIZELLE doesn't act like a mean girl. She is a mean girl. Has Angel not watched this? Listen, the last 8 years, the last 9 years, heck.
She has it. Listen, This whole
thing here real quick too.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Because then the ladies, she offered to, walk with her to the poolside for breakfast. Angel said no, she needed a minute. The ladies meet up for the poolside for breakfast. Gizelle let the ladies know we're gonna go out and have a fun day today. When she did come, she, was given the itinerary. Ashley joins in, Wendy, all the other ladies. And so Ashley and Kay, they had a little sidebar conversation. Kay wanted to express to Ashley that some of the conversations at the dinner table the night before made her very uncomfortable. Also made Angel, Angel uncomfortable. Is it Angel? Is that her name? Yeah. Angel. Uncomfortable too. Gizelle shares with the ladies, that Angel was very upset this morning. She was in tears. Things, weren't really well for her. All of the other ladies were very confused because they thought that everything had moved on. She slapped a 5 with the ladies and kikiing and hugging and partying and laughing at Wendy's party last night. But now all of a sudden you have woke up and you have flipped the pillow and changed your mind yet again. Yet again. Okay? Wendy Kay was also sharing with Ashley, that, Wendy and her relationship is just not in a good place. She feels that Wendy's doesn't take anything she says serious. She doesn't hear her out. She's talking about her constantly. And so Wendy feels the same way about Kay. She says that Kay, acts like a girl's girl and tries to play like she's a friend, but she's really not. She is the same person that she's trying to put everybody else to be out, a mean girl, and not the girl's girl that she claims to be. Angel joins Ashley and Kay and shares that Gizelle did come and apologize. She also shares that Bobby was ready to come down to Nevis and pick her up in the PJ, okay? Because he don't play about his wife and don't. He said Gizelle is 60. Let's go look back at some of her pictures. She ain't the best looking woman either. Let's go look at all these girls. They done all made changes, okay? So Bobby was not having it. Bobby is giving me a little bit of Peter, Diva.
Bobby ain't playing about his Angel. Not you have to call out that she almost 60. Bobby, like she want to play them games?
Yeah. So, like I said, the ladies were confused. And Wendy said that Angel and Kay are giving the sad sister duo. Okay.
I thought that was funny.
Me too. So those were those two
scenes. That's a sad sister duo.
That is exactly what they given. The two sad bipolar sister duos, okay?
Woo! So you know what? Angel gotta find her way and find her way quick. I want to see if she finds a way because she's always flip-flopping. She flip-flopped when it was when she came to the dinner or the lunch before Preakness, right? She flip-flopped because she told them in the store together that she about to check Kay. That's pretty much what she said. She about to check Kay. She got to the Preakness pre-brunch or whatever that was at Kay house, and Kay checked her yet again. Okay. Kay told her, don't you ever talk about it no more. Okay. and she And she apologized to Kay at that table. You feel like I wasn't being a friend? Girl, Angel, wake up, girlfriend. Get a pay up, whatever you need to get, okay? So, you sitting there with the girls, vibing with the girls, and somebody put in their chat, and I agree with them, that Angel doesn't want Angel to be friends with none of them. She wants her to be her flunky.
Yes.
And so you had a good time, Angel, sitting there, right? Chatting it up with the girls. You got a lick off, so to speak, on Gizelle. And they high-fived you. They was like, yeah, you got a voice or whatever. And then you lost your voice again when you went back to Kay. Because remember, they did the flashback because everybody was like, what happened? Like, she was fine last night. What happened? And they showed the flashback when she went back to Kay, and Kay reminded her, like, she ain't got a brain of her own, why she should be mad. She said, I ain't like that. I ain't like when she said you wasn't looking like your pictures. And then Angel sitting there like, yeah, that was wrong. Angel, you just sat out there and made up with these girls. What? Pick a side and stay on it. You know, I like when she called her husband, though. I was here for it, okay? The husband about to get on a private jet. He going to check the people, okay? Like you said, Peter Thomas all day long, right? All day long. Staying in the ladies' business. In the ladies' business. Because he was like, ain't she 60? You ain't had to do that, Bobby. But I hear you, though. I ain't mad at you. Speak up for your wife.
Stand up for your boo.
But I, all jokes aside, though, Royaire, honestly, what I don't like is I don't like them because even though GIZELLE wanted to sit in her face and act like I wasn't body shaming her because the picture that was shown, it was just her face. GIZELLE, stop. You said all of her pictures on her Instagram don't look like her, and all of the pictures are not just her face. Some of it is her body. I like the fact that you know, Angel, this is the real Angel is representing the real woman out there. And I'm not just talking about because she's a little on the thicker side. I'm just talking about overall. Angel is not, you know, she shows up in scenes and makeup free. She's a beautiful
makeup free, bare-faced and beautiful. You hear me? Beautiful.
A lot of these other girls, they won't get on the screen until their face is beat to the gods. Angel has showed us her regular face, and she's gorgeous. Angel is showing us her true post baby body. Okay. And I just happen to feel like Angel, she's still gorgeous. I'm not judging her Instagram pictures for the simple fact of half these people on Instagram that are not even on no reality show be using filters. So whatever to me. But the fact that this girl in real life and real person is still a beautiful looking lady, I think they're wrong. And she just had a baby. And listen, and everybody out here, you know, shout out if you're not. But a lot of people out here is struggling with the weight, okay? Myself included. Like, it ain't easy trying to drop no pounds, and you don't want to use, like, the Ozempic, and nothing against the people that are using it. But if you don't want to use Ozempic, the Wegovy, the Her, the this, the patch, or whatever, trying to use that weight is not an easy task. Yeah. So, you know, I really do, in the sense of her beauty and her showing up as her authentic self, I like Angel. The sense of her trying to figure out her ways in this girl group, she better put her big girl panties on and figure this thing out and figure it out fast. You can't be one way and then you go talk to Kay and then all of a sudden you mad all over again. She literally got mad all over again because she came to breakfast crying. She was boohoo crying. She had to put the sunglasses on, Royaire. She had the sunglasses on, and GIZELLE was like, "Oh my God, are you crying?" I was like, "What the heck happened?" I was like, "Oh my God, are you crying?" To the point where you just hugged GIZELLE last night, and now you can't hug her. Like, Angel, stop! Like, this is just too much. And you know, GIZELLE gave her half line behind, you know, apology and tried to act like she wasn't because she knew how it was in say case. No, GIZELLE, you needed a scene because you never have a storyline, and you used that shady, nasty, mean girl moment to have a storyline, and it was messed up and it was wrong. But Angel, on the same note, get your life together. So they go outside, they have their breakfast, they talk about it. And Wendy, you know what? She reminds me, she's not on the same level. She reminds me a little bit of Phaedra, right? When she's coming with the pop lines. Because when she said they like the two doom, whatever she called them sisters.
The two sad duo sisters.
She was like, enough is enough. Like, do we have to coddle them the whole trip? And I was here for it because I have been on girls' trips for a year. And at the end of the day, at some point, I understand your grief, but you got to get over it. We done paid for this vacation. Are you coming to eat dinner with us or not? Are you going on an excursion? Like, we cannot keep catering to the two people who are doom and gloom because they're going to mess up the trip for all of us. So, yes, I caught what she was saying in that moment because, like I said, I've been on several girls' trips, And trust and believe, you always gonna have somebody that something happened that they don't like, or they don't want to go to this restaurant or that excursion, and you just want to say, well, stay back in the hotel and we out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was a mess.
Yeah. Good question, Nicole. I don't know. Can't say for sure. But that's a good thought. That is a very good possibility. I think Angel, in my opinion, Angel is the perfect example of a people pleaser.
Yes.
You're trying to please Kay. You're trying to please, huh?
And Kay only.
And Kay only. And you can't do that. You can't enter into a friendship group trying to please one person. It's never going to work. It's not going to work. And I think that's where her struggle is. You know, you're trying to please Kay. You're trying to, you know, keep this friendship with your friend real. And I think that's the hardest thing about coming on reality TV with real friends, is that you don't want to disrupt the real relationship that you guys have. But also at the same time, what Angel has to understand is, if you're going to be a real friend, you got to call out your real friend when your real friend is wrong. And Kay is popping up wrong in a lot of these situations. The chin check specifically was wrong for her to say, and you let her slide with that. So for her to have all of this energy for Wendy the other day, for her to have all of this energy for GIZELLE about this picture, where was all of this energy for Kay when she's talking about she chin checked you?
Chin check. Now, Karambo.
Not a stuff thing.
Now he wrong. That deserves jail time. So listen, Royaire, all jokes aside, we the only group of people that will advocate for our own people to get locked up behind the bars.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just sad. You ain't here. They was wishing that Teresa Giudice didn't have to go to jail, because they kept saying her kids. Why do we as Black people always just want to, you know, throw our own in the trash? I don't know. Listen, I'm not saying she should get away with anything. I'm not saying if this happened, she wasn't wrong, but I'll deal with some probation. Because come on now, let's stop. And this is the first offense that we know of. But I thought this was kind of harsh, and I feel like everybody wants a moment now, even when it's at the expense of somebody else. Everybody else, though, they have been laid back with the comments when it comes to Wendy and Eddie. They're not getting, they're kind with their comments. I thought his was wild. Oh, wait.
About Wendy recently.
Oh my gosh, I was just as shocked as everybody else. Wendy has been very kind to me and very warm to me on the show, and I have a lot of respect for her family. She's got a beautiful family, so it's very sad. It's sad. Obviously, there's so much we don't know, but I can imagine it's a very difficult time for her and her children. I think about her children.
Karamo, what was your reaction?
I'm just used to stunt queens in the gay community, so I was like, oh, this is a stunt, okay? She pulled a stunt. Girl, she was trying to do some insurance fraud, girl. Okay, girl, you got caught, girl. Not gonna do the time. Ain't that what she did?
Yeah. Wow, right? And he talked about how she still had the ring on and all of that. And again, it just, to me, is that, I don't know, like we're quick to say throw our own people in jail, but the others be like, no, they give them a little, you know, probation or whatever. I don't know.
A lot of people say, you know, that, and I hate to say it, but it is what it is. A lot of people say that the Black community, we are the only community that does not know how to stick together for one another. And I'm coming to find that is very true. We stick together for one another. I think we find it so easy to judge one another, and it's so easy to say things about other people until it's sitting on your doorstep. You know, until it's on your doorstep, then you want to find grace and mercy. But as long as it's not on yours, we have no grace and mercy for anybody else. And so that's why I've been, you know, when I talk about stuff, I try to be very, you know, non-judgmental the best I can, you know, when it comes to situations, because people make mistakes, people make bad decisions, and you know, it is what it is. So
they didn't kill anybody.
Right. Like, nobody was hurt. Like,
yeah, insurance fraud is bad. I know, and our insurance Trust me, I know, because my car insurance, when I got the bill, I was like, what is this? I'm like, why did it go up? Like, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I know it impacts all of us, but at the same time, I'm just like, oh God, I just hope we don't hear that they're gonna have to do a lot of time. So we'll see.
Yeah, I seen a lot of people were saying that Andy was not pleased by his answer. His face was horrified, and that Karamo will not be back. Yeah, they saying that he will not be back to Bravo. For
no. Let's be clear. Karamo will be back. But he likes Wendy.
Right.
And I think that's why he was like sitting there like, oh my God, he wasn't prepared for what he was going to say.
Yeah,
he wasn't prepared, but yeah.
So let's see. We are on the bus ride. The ladies are heading to their first destination. We are going to the Alexander Hamilton house. Okay, Alexander Hamilton is originally from Nevis, and so he has a house that he grew up in his formative years there before his mom passed away. So the ladies get on the little bus. They have a nice little entertainment ride with some music from one of the islanders from Nevis. And I was like, okay, I'd love to get in a ride and have some live music going. I was like, I'm feeling this. Yes, that
sounded good when he was singing too. He sounded
nice. It was super, super dope. What a great moment. We arrived to the house. We have our house host, Miss Jillian, who is going to be giving the tour of the Alexander Hamilton home. She welcomes the ladies with a fan. He was born in Nevis. He spent his formative years there before moving to the States and beginning his career in politics. He is the founder of the U.S. financial system that we currently have today. He did pass away, unfortunately, in a duel, which was supposed to be a little friendly battle, but the other individual he was battling against was not trying to be so friendly and took him out. Now, his mom did pass away at a very early age, and so he wrote a letter about his mom, and it made it to the paper. The people loved it. They raised money for him, and that's how he got to the States. So I thought that was a really nice scene for us to have, Diva. You know, I love a nice little learning moment that we get on the show. Ashley, you know, she reached out to her sons, Dylan and I can't remember the other baby's name, sorry. But she reached out to the babies, and so she gave them a little tour of the house. You know, she shares with us that her children's nanny is really into musicals, and so she showed them the Alexander Hamilton musical that is on Disney Plus. And so the children, you know, seeing the things in the house, they were super excited. So I thought that was very dope that somebody is teaching Ashley's children some history. So shout out to Ashley's nanny. Okay, Jazzy feels that Angel. Jazzy and Tia go check on Angel to see how she feels. And so the ladies were a little taken aback by Angel's, you know, like we said, response about not having such a good time the night before. She said that she laid down, she slept on it, and she woke up and she had a change of mind. She wasn't appreciative of what happened. She said last night, if we really knew her, she was really annoyed by the things that was said. Yes. She said that she was annoyed last night, and if the girls really knew her, they would have noticed that she was annoyed. And then they give us Jazzy and Tia, you know, asked, it seemed like something changed from leaving the party to the next morning, and what happened. And like Diva mentioned earlier, they gave us that flashback of, you know, once Angel got back to the house, her and Kay had a sit down talk, and they were just complaining yet again about how things were just not what they seemed, and they're unhappy, and the girls and all of this drama, stupid stuff. Okay. So after leaving that, we went to the Curly Girl Collective's house, which was Wendy, Stacy, and Jazzy, and that's where we were having lunch. Giselle and Ashley, they share that they are staying in the PPP, the Pussy Pink Palace. That was the name of their house. The ladies have lunch. Wendy loved, you know, that her and Giselle, you know, were having a moment. They've been getting along so far. Wendy opened up and said that Ashley tried to be Captain Save-A-Hole to Giselle the other night because Stacy brought up what was his name? Mr. Sean Springs. She brought him up, and so Ashley killed the bring up, okay? She took it out and tried to put it back on Stacy. But Wendy said, not today. We're going to deal with this. We got some questions for Giselle. Gizelle loves to be all up in everybody else's business. So let's make Gizelle squirm today, okay? So, Wendy wanted to know, has Gizelle met anybody? Are they dating? Gizelle said, he's cool. She realized that after her father passed away that, her dad wanted her to find somebody that fit like a good shoe, that she could be in a relationship with and be serious about going forward in her life. So she said that, Sean is a good fit. He's a cool guy. He's fitting well. Wendy wanted to know, has he met any of the children? He has met one daughter Grace. And so Grace said he's at an appropriate age. She seems to like what he's doing so far. So that was a cool thing as well. Let's see. Wendy said that Gizelle is very protective of her business. She's very private. And so that's how she knows that this is something serious that Gizelle is doing. And so, she's glad to call Gizelle friend, and she's glad to see that Gizelle is in a happy space and that she's trying to find her way to love. Okay. So Gizelle took a hard moment receiving the love, but she did take it in. The girls had to say, take all in the love, take it all in. Angel then decides to share, that she got a little cash app from Bobby of $5,000. And so it's time to go shopping. So the ladies are going to go shopping. The people are tired of hearing about Bobby. Bobby this, Bobby that, Bobby. The girls said they want to get to know Angel, okay? We know enough about Bobby. Gizelle asked if Tia travels with her husband often. She says she does not. Wendy asked, how they met. She said they met in London. She was out trying to buy a leather jacket. She heard this man compliment her, and it's been love ever since. Wendy asked, is there a difference in how your family sees him and how you raise your children? She said, yes. The Nigerian culture is much stricter. When she brought her man, I think Rob, to her family, Rob was not, what they thought, but, he fit into the family, and they're finding out ways to raise their children, okay? So that was that. After we had lunch, the ladies went out to go shopping. We got on a party bus. Leave Bobby alone. Yes, leave him alone, girl. We got on the party bus, and then I'll stop here because we only got 2 more scenes after this. We got on the party bus to head down for shopping. Wendy all of a sudden fell sick. Wasn't feeling well, feeling faintish. We go in here. She said that she had a bug in the house prior to coming on the trip of Nevis, and so she thinks it's catching up to her. We arrived to the local shops. Wendy said she didn't understand why Bobby was sending her $5,000 because everything is $1,249, $999, $699. It ain't nothing for $5,000 she could spend in here, okay? Angel shares that she misses Bobby, so she sent him a text, sex, and he said, oh, you're trying to make another baby. Well, then Stacey got the good idea to text her man, Timu. And so she texts Timu and she said sex. And Timu, he said, me? What? And so she said she sent a picture, and said, with me. And Timu said, what did he say? You got the wrong number. Yeah, wrong number. Ashley could not wait to run and tell Gizelle about that, okay? The ladies kikied about it. She shared with us that Timu was from German, so he has a different sense of humor. So that was what it was. They sent Wendy onto the bus to get herself together to cool down. The rest of the ladies went on over to the steel drums to go beat some drums. And so that was pretty much the rest of that scene. Nothing else pretty much happened after that. So anything on those 2 or 3 scenes?
Well, the Alexander Hamilton house, I loved it. I love the whole education of it. And I love when these shows go on these trips, because I'll be writing it on the little list for myself, like, ooh,
yes,
I need to go to Nevis, yes. Right? I want to go to Nevis now. I never even heard of it, to be honest with you. Yeah, but that whole scene and them having a trip there made me want to go. So I thought it was nice. I also thought it was extremely cute that Ashley FaceTimed her kids and and they loved it and they knew about it, or whatever the case may be. So I thought that was a good thing. Angel, when it comes to Angel and her talking about a man, I ain't mad at her. Sorry, I got a husband. I'm not sorry. Okay. My husband want to see about me, come $75K and do whatever and all this, then it is what it is. Because it is called the Real Housewives of Potomac, right? I'm a housewife and I got a husband. Period. All right. So don't be mad at me because I got a husband and I'm going to talk about him. And yes, I can do that because I got a husband. Like she said in her confessional, I do have a husband. I said, ooh, she confessing. She's a confessional gangster. Now you know I ain't in love. Yeah. I ain't in love with the confessional gangster, but that's what she is. Because when you get in the girl's face, you ain't got nothing really to say. You crying, you got the sunglasses on, you really hurt, but you get in the confession talking about, well, I got a husband, girl.
But I'm not here, you doing all of this. But then when I pull up, you do this.
right. You mute. You doing a mute challenge, okay? So whatever, right? So you know, the whole curly girl collective, okay, cute. The whole why once again with this sex thing, the Pink Palace. I'm like, okay, y'all couldn't come up with another name for the PPP, but whatever, right? Yeah, they talked about Chris Samuels. They talk about Wendy says she the lead investigator. She gonna find out what happened or whatever the case may be. And they about to go on this party bus and go shopping. And her man sent her $5K. I ain't mad at you, okay? $5K. But yes, and she talked about, but the t-shirts are only $12 a piece. Well, $12 that you didn't seem to have, Wendy. Because all of a sudden you got so sick. You got so sick you had to leave the store and poor Jazzy had to go pay for your stuff. I hope Jazzy got her money back. And listen, the first thing that came in my head was, did Eddie call her and say we in trouble while she was in Nevis?
Don't spend no money. Don't swipe that card.
Because it ain't gonna work. Because it ain't gonna work. I mean, because I know what I know now, I'm thinking sideways. I wasn't just thinking she's sick. The minute Jazzy had to go back in there and buy her stuff, I said, and then you mad talking about don't be shaming this girl because she got $5K. Don't be mad at her. Hater. Love Stacey, but the S appeal didn't come through as serious. Yeah, it didn't at all. But you know what though? Stacey stands on business because she came outside and said, "Y'all talking about me?" She said, "Ashley, don't do that." She said, "Don't do that." She cleared it up right away. She said, "No, my husband, you know, he ain't usually like that." And she said he was joking, Ashley.
Oh my God.
You better give it up for Stacey. I'm telling you that Bravo needs to have a reality award show because hands down, I don't know what we're gonna call it. We're gonna figure it out. But Stacey deserves an award. Yes. Because Stacey came out there. She didn't go to nobody else and said, "Oh, they was out there talking about me." Stacey said, "Y'all talking about me?" She said he was joking, Ashley. Come on. Yes, she did. She said, "Stop talking about me." Come on, Stacey. Give it up to Stacey. She's standing on business. Okay? Standing on business. Yeah. Yes. You know, Stacey was a great addition to the show.
She has. She's been so good.
Yes, I just wish she didn't feel the need, but she didn't know what to do without a storyline her first season, right? I just wish she didn't feel the need to bring what's his name into our lives. But TJ, but outside of that, she's standing on business. She could have did this thing without him, but she didn't know it at the time.
Yes. Yeah. Stacey, I think, like you said, Diva, she struggled. She just, that first season of Housewives, you don't know what to bring. You really don't know what to do. She came through. She did what needed to be done that first season. And now second season, she is bringing the heat. I mean, and I'm loving it. She's entertaining. And even with the girls not really getting along with her, she's making her own stamp on her own time in her own way. And it's going to be a lasting relationship. I really do see. She's reminding me in such a way of Cynthia. You know,
Yep.
Cynthia always was able to find her own footing and make it work, no matter who she was in with, out with, or nobody. She always found her own footing and made it work. And so I'm loving to see that. You know, the lunch scene was super cute. The girls had a nice little moment together, you know, getting to know GIZELLE a little bit deeper, her relationship. That was a nice little cute moment for Wendy to, you know, drill GIZELLE, because we're so used to seeing GIZELLE drill the girls. So let's get a moment with you, honey. Tell your business. This is the Real Housewives. Where's your look? GIZELLE never has a storyline, so this is your time to stand up and share your story, GIZELLE. Give us what we need, okay? So that was super cute as well. Yeah, I enjoy. Now I guess we're just not gonna see eye to eye with Tia, because I really am enjoying Tia. I like her husband. I think they're an interesting couple. I'm just really enjoying them. So I'm curious to see what will happen with them as well. The shopping
Roy,
trip.
you know, I forgot to speak on her real quick. Let me say this. You and your husband never go on vacation together. He's giving nanny, like she said. He's giving nanny, like she said. She said it, not me.
She did say that. I forgot about that.
I'm not. I don't know. I'm not. I think she's doing too much. You don't go on vacation with your husband.
I took it as if like she travels a lot for work, and was GIZELLE asking that does he travel with her, and that's why she said no. That's I mean.
You reaching, yeah. And listen, the kids are gorgeous, but they seem a little snotty. And you don't like to speak on the kids much, but they seem a little snotty.
Diva is not impressed, man. Oh my God, I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, I'm sorry. I bring it back. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I think overall we talked about the bus ride of the Alexandra house. Like you said, Diva, I thought that was a great moment. I truly enjoyed it. You know, the host was hosting. She was giving what needed to be give. I did not know that he started our current currency, so that was nice information to receive. You know, it's amazing, you know, that people can truly still make something of themselves out of any situation. To lose his mom at such a young age, then to go on to become one of the founding fathers, you know, it's an amazing thing. It's a beautiful thing. So shout out to them educating us on that. It was nice to see that. The lunch was cool, and then the party bus ride, like we said, we seen Wendy going down here from there. Stacey stood on business, as she has been doing pretty much this whole season, and I'm truly enjoying it. So our last two scenes, we have Wendy is in the bed. She's sick, okay? She laid out. She can't take no more. Stacey and GIZELLE come to bring her a little get well soon snack tray. They got a little ginger ale, a little Gatorade, some goldfish. They said they wanted to come by, make sure Wendy could get herself back together, because they need her back in the game. We can't do this without you, girl. You've been holding it down, but GIZELLE says she's gonna hold it down for the night. The good thing is she's great at being shady, and so she can hold that down for herself tonight. And so that was that little moment with with Wendy, Stacey, and GIZELLE. We head on to the dinner for the night. We are going to dinner at the Sunshine Bar and Grill, which was, you know, a nice little night event. They start off with a nice little Killer Bee shot. Okay, so the girls get their drink. They meet Sunshine, who was the owner of the restaurant. He's gonna be
Mr. Sunshine himself.
Okay, and he's gonna be cooking for the ladies tonight. He said he's gonna show them a good time. All right, a good time for not a long time. You're so goofy. He said we're gonna have some fun in the islands, okay? So, you know, Angel, you know, she wanted to know, was she gonna be on the menu for tonight again? Okay, that's all Angel wanted to know, because the last dinner she was cooked, tossed, and served. Okay, all the above to the people. So the night is young, so sit back, relax. You okay for right now? Gizelle then shared with Kay that Wendy was a little offended that she did not come for her birthday celebration. Okay, she dismissed herself and went on back to the room. Kay claims that she was tired, and her and Jazzy had a little situation, so she was hurt by Jazzy, and her and Wendy were not in the best place, so she thought it would be best for her to just dismiss herself. Ashley was glad that Angel stayed and had a good time, but they heard that, she actually didn't have a good time according to what Jazzy shared from the Alexander Hamilton home. Excuse me. Angel said that it was cool, but if she's honest, she still had a lot of feelings from the dinner earlier that night. Kay thanked Gizelle for sharing Wendy was hurt. And so she said that, they're going to figure that out and work that out. Kay said, but she was also hurt by Jazzy because Jazzy stepped up and mentioned some things, that they had shared in confidence with each other. And she felt like Jazzy threw her under the bus. Well, Jazzy said she felt the same way because Kay made comments about, her man having 2 babies on her, and it wasn't 2 babies. It was really only 1 baby, and they went back and forth. And so Jazzy said that she felt that Kay may be jealous, of her in front of the ladies. And so Jazzy also said that Kay said some things about Wendy. And so until she can admit, that she's done some wrong in this friendship as well, she's going to sit back and let the balls fall where they may. So that pretty much ends us off on this episode of episode 5. So your final thoughts on this dinner?
The dinner was the dinner. I like when they went to Wendy's room. Mm-hmm. Wendy looked like she was trying to go because she did have her outfit on, but Wendy just wasn't feeling well. So I like that they brought Wendy some medicine. They brought some ginger ale. And Stacey's a true friend because even when Stacey was on Watch What Happens Live with Andy, she was just like, yeah, I spoke to Wendy and I hugged Wendy. And, I'm praying for her, and I'm paraphrasing, right? But I like the way that it will out. I think Jazzy will become, what I am 50 Gold. I said that too, but Royaire told us that Jazzy lives in Texas, really. Well, her man that she's about to marry, his team is in Texas. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't know if that's going to happen. But you know what? Even if she could come every now and then and get this friend up chat, Jazzy needs to get it because I like the way Jazzy does what she does. Jazzy to me definitely knows how to fit in where she fit in and lay back when she needs to lay back. And the reason why I'm saying that is because Jazzy, she told Angel, she was like, what happened? Because you was fine the other night when you was hugging us and high-fiving us, and now you got a different vibe. And Angel came up with that BS. They already got married on June 6th. Okay, nice. You come to us with that BS of if we knew who you was, we would have known you was annoyed last night. No, if you was annoyed, you should have went to the room with Kay. That's what you should have did. You full of it, Angel. But whatever, we'll carry on. Now back to this dinner. Jazzy know how to stand on business in a nice, nasty way. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So Jazzy was like, when she ended that dinner saying, you want me to tell what you said? That's what you really want? I said, come on now, Jazzy. That's how you do reality TV. You asked that girl, do you really want me to say what you said? Because I can do that. Because Kay all uppity, like, and if I can't even address something if I don't really know what you said that I said. Kay, you know what you said. But what you're trying to do is you're trying to test her to see if she won't come out and say what you said. Mm-hmm. And then Jazzy tried to be the bigger one and say, you know what, I apologize and admit to it. But can you apologize? And Kay pretty much was like, nah, because I ain't gonna apologize for the truth. Kay messy.
Very.
She's real messy. And the only reason why I really felt for Kay, because I did feel that what happened to her that one season with the fight, I did feel that was wrong. But now Kay doing too much. And she thinks just because of that fight, we're going to continue to love her. Well, Kay, you got it twisted. We know how to dump a housewife in a minute, us followers, okay?
Hello.
We ain't that connected to you, boo. You haven't even been in our lives long enough for us to be that connected to you, and you not giving us no storylines.
Because she was just a friend last season, right?
I can't remember. We gotta go look. I thought she was a housewife. I don't know. But you know, your relationship is not even the best either with Greg. So you shading somebody else's relationship. And at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, she is the wife. She said, I got this ring. He put a ring on it. You don't have to like what her previous situation was, but whatever it was, he put a ring on it. And you could lie in our face and tell us that you didn't want no ring from Greg, but that's not the truth. That's not the truth at all. You don't move in with a man as a single person and say to yourself that you just want to stay that way. That's lies.
Lies.
Mm-hmm.
Lies and foolish and deceit.
And she claimed she didn't stay for Wendy's birthday because she was offended. Girl, go sit down. I can't with that.
Stop it.
Yeah, I'm not feeling Kay. Oh, she
was here for last season.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. The Real Housewives of Potomac. At the end of every episode, we like to get your thoughts and opinions on the episode on a scale of 1 to 10. Let us know what you're rating this episode, 1 being the worst and 10 being the best. After we give our thoughts, we will come to you all. So leave those down in the comment section. Auntie, your final thoughts?
My final thoughts is, because every show can be like boom, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was a good, I'm gonna call it, filler episode. It was a good episode. Stacey stepped up her game. Okay, Stacey was here. She did her thing. Who else can I say really did their thing this show? I think Stacey did her thing. Stacey know how to stand on business. And I'm kind of leaning with a lot of people in the chat. I was leaning between the 7 and the 8. So I'll give it a 7.5, right? Okay. I'll give it a 7.5, yeah. Because I thought it was a good filler episode. It wasn't really any moments where I was sitting up like, wow. But I did like the way it flowed. I like what happened. I like the educational moment of, going to the Alexander Hamilton house. And I definitely for sure will put Nevis on the list. Bless you. And you know what though, too? I'm glad that they didn't travel during like hurricane season and get stuck.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't get stuck anywhere. So yeah, but it was a good episode and good to the point where, I'm putting it on my list of things to do for sure.
Yes. Speaking of that, I know it's not the same place, but shout out to Jamaica. I know they recently had that really bad storm down there, and I know people who were traveling there and got stuck there. They're having a lot of issues getting back. Yeah. So prayers to them and shout out to them. But overall, to me, I'm going to give this episode an 8. I really enjoyed it. I did not have a boring moment. GIZELLE is hosting the trip. She's done a great job so far with hosting the trip. Yeah. The events have been very entertaining and fun. It was a strong 8 for me this episode. I really enjoyed Stacey. She is holding it down. I'm enjoying Tia as a new housewife. Like I said, she's stepping in when she needs to, laying back when she needs to, and she's standing on business and speaking the truth. So I'm enjoying her.
You said she's standing on business and speaking the truth?
She has been. She held Angel accountable when it came to the question. You said that you was having fun. Now all of a sudden you not. She's being entertaining in the games. Talking about her little crush or whatever. I like the way as a new housewife, she's not doing too much, but she's not like doing too little either. Like I just feel like she's playing a good even space as a new housewife for me.
All right.
AJ is giving this episode a 10. Jeremy is giving it a 7. I am 50 is giving it a 6. Claire is giving it a 7. Kay is giving it an 8. Greta is giving it a 7.5. Paige is giving it a 7.5. Monique said a 8. Sims is giving it a 7. Raheem is giving it a 7.5. Stacy is on the climb to the top. Yes, she is.
Yeah, I love.
She is. So far this season, Stacy is my #1 housewife. I'm really enjoying Stacy. Really, really enjoying her. Really,
stand on business. She stand on business.
She stand on business. And she knows how to take the mean moments and turn them into funny, cool, let go moments. She's really doing well. She really, really is. And I'm enjoying that. So let's see. Manuel is giving it a 7.2. More episodes for Monique. Yeah, Monique will be coming in soon. She will be. So I'm curious to see what she's gonna bring to the show. Shout out to Paige. Not boo.
Boo to Monique coming. I don't need Monique in my life.
Oh my goodness. Shout out to Paige. Thank you for giving to Diva's channel. She sent $5. She said, update, Jazzy and husband have been traded to the New England Patriots. Okay. Where do they play?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Where are they located at?
Yeah, let us know where they're located if anybody knows. Forever 21 is rating this a 7. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, let us know if anybody knows where the New England Patriots play. I know they're the Patriots. I just don't know where they play. But that has been our recap of season 10, episode 5 of Boston. Okay.
But Boston, I'm bad. Yeah, I am Team Kansas. But Boston, like I don't know. Yeah, but that's
isn't that by DC, like up towards that area?
I don't know.
Y'all let us know. We're not the map people.
I'm sitting here like do. I don't know.
I think it's up towards like that way.
No, Raheem said it's far. Raheem said it's far.
Okay.
Up past New York.
Past New York. Yeah. Okay. Ooh.
I mean, but I guess with depending upon when she could remain a friend.
Yeah,
I'm here for her remaining a friend of.
Or if they film during the off seasons, he need to come and fly in, film for the off seasons. I don't know when the football people play.
They said it's closer than Texas.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, she could move down for filming.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, she could get that check.
It is closer than Texas. Okay.
And then he if he can and he's available, he could pop in and support her job.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I'm here for it. All righty, people. Well, listen, that has been our recap of episode 5, Sunshine and SEXTS. Make sure you hit the like button on Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva and Royaire's World. If you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe, please, to both channels and turn your notification bells on all. That way you see each and every time we post a video with you in mind. Yesterday, we recapped episode 4 of the Braxtons. Great episode. If you missed it, go check out our recap. We had a great time yesterday. Very entertaining. So make sure you stay with that. Married to Medicine is dropping November 30th. So we will be recapping Married to Medicine when that comes out. So stay up to date and stay tuned to that as well. Nicole gave this episode a 7. Thank you so much. Join Diva for trending topics each and every night around 8:38. So make sure you stay tuned for that as well. Anything else we got going on?
No, I think we're good. Yeah. Thanks, Paige, for the super sticker. We appreciate you.
Yes. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you. Listen, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Please make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you so much for joining us every week. We will be back next Sunday for our recap of the Braxtons episode 5. So stay tuned for that. And I think that's all good.
Wait, hold on. Justina said you heard and saw GIZELLE on TV this new episode. She said she need help in reference to the hoes when was members at the Baltimore church when her ex-pastor was to be our fault called a hoe. I'm confused about what you're saying.
Yeah.
I guess I look at the upcoming season, like upcoming episode to see what's going on.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm a little lost on that. But yes, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Hit the like button, subscribe, and we will catch y'all next week for our recap of the Braxtons. Love y'all. Good night and goodbye.
Good night, y'all.
What's up, beautiful people? It's your boy Royaire from Royaire's World. Diva and I are back, and we are recapping season 2 of the Braxtons. Yes, the girls are back, and it's filled with mess. Well, apparently, Ashley Denise has some family tea, Tawanda's getting married, and Tony and Tamar. Just check out the preview. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to both Royaire's World and Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva, and your notification bells on all. That way you don't miss a beat for season 2 of the Braxtons. And remember, it's all in good fun.
Royaire's World.